What? No, I'm totally focused. Absolutely, 100% focused on this reading. All of this reading about calculus. God. I remember why I put off my math requirement. I feel like my brain is melting already. Oh, shit. I didn't realize I was bouncing my leg that much. It's a habit I've had for so long, I don't even notice it anymore. I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't mess up your notes or distract you or anything. You caught me, though. I guess I am a little restless. I mean, you go a whole summer not being cooped up in the library, and all of a sudden, just being here for an hour gives you major cabin fever. Or maybe it's just studying fever, trying to cram these formulas into my brain for so long. Huh. Yeah, actually, a walk sounds great right about now. We can just leave our stuff here. A lap around the library shouldn't take long enough for people to get interested in the resale value of our books. Plus, it'll stop people from taking our seats. Not that anyone is coming here this late. Like I said, it's usually a lot busier during the day, but library seats are sacred. I don't know how it was at your old school, but here, if you've got one, you make sure everyone knows it's yours. No matter what time of day it is. Do everything short of licking it and saying it's yours. Unless you're into that, in which case, you're brave. Last time I was in here, it was finals week last semester. You couldn't get a seat anywhere. It got so crowded, some people ended up spreading out on the floor, and by the end of the week, it was like you had to play a game of Twister and dodge people's blanket trails just to get from one door to the other. So, yeah, I would say this is pretty nice. Thank you, again, for agreeing to do this with me. I'm sure you can tell, but I get all restless when I study, if I'm alone or not. I've gotten more done with you here than I could have if I tried to work on this by myself. By now, I don't know. I wouldn't be here, I don't think. You should be looking at your own work, not at the details of my trying to concentrate face. But seriously, I'm glad this helps you too. Even if me distracting you from school is already becoming a bit of a pattern. Hey, are you feeling okay? No, yeah, it is pretty cold in here. They tend to keep it like this all year. Something about making sure the computers don't overheat, which, if you have computers that are going to overheat at room temperature, maybe the school funding isn't going where it needs to go. But hey, I'll have to start wearing a jacket so I can give it to you next time. Gotta make sure my study buddy doesn't freeze. I hope I get all my work done tonight. Yeah. It's not a lot now that I'm looking at it with fresh eyes, so I should be able to. How about you? Oh. I don't know about a party or anything like that tomorrow, necessarily. I appreciate the offer, seriously. It's just, well, no, the stuff about being busy wasn't exactly, it wasn't the whole truth. And one thing you're going to learn about me pretty quick, I'm a pretty shitty liar, So, especially when it comes to stuff like this. Important stuff. I mean, stuff that would end up coming up again and again and again. And then next thing you know, I'm 6 feet deep in a hole because I've been lying my ass off. So, all that's just to say that I can explain if you want me to, or I can just say that stuff isn't my thing, and we can leave it at that. It's up to you. I mean, if you want to know more about me, there's way more interesting stuff than this. I promise. But yeah, I'll tell you. When I first started here, I had some friends that ended up joining one of the big party frats. Like a big one. You can probably guess. Big parties, big campus presence, the whole thing. Personally, I don't really consider myself frat guy material, but they were so hyped up about it. Hey, when your friends go somewhere, it's pretty natural to want to follow them. I see the look that you're holding back, and I know what this sounds like. But it's not the whole, if your friends jumped off a cliff, would you go too thing? That's totally besides the point. I went because they insisted I should come and that they wanted me there, but the minute we got there, it was like I didn't even exist to them. I felt like the odd guy out the whole time. And then all that drinking and dancing and music, it really isn't that fun if you're watching the people you care about do it with each other and not even try to include you. After that, they started to get more distant. By the end of the semester, it was just like I didn't even really know who they were anymore. That whole frat kind of changed them, and I just became the weakest link. So, it just kind of killed the whole party scene for me, and I haven't touched it since. Not that I'm ever going to judge you if it's something you're into. It's just not my thing. And this is a really long-winded explanation just to say that me not wanting to go to a party with you is because I'm not super into the party thing. Not because I'm not totally down to hang out with you without it needing to be school I mean, it could just be us hanging out and I would be cool, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, all right, I'm done. I'm just rambling at this point. Oh, no, you don't have to apologize. You couldn't have known. You just went off of what I was saying. And hey, I appreciate you listening, too. I haven't talked to many people about it. And honestly, it felt good to get it off my chest. Man, you're something else. That's really, really sweet of you. I'll stick with you too. And listen to you whenever you need. You've done so much of that for me already. It's only fair, right? As nice as this is, though, we did leave our stuff unattended. And I only trust people to leave it alone for so long before they do start getting sticky fingers. So, we should head back. Seriously, though. It was cool of you to let me, tell you about all my stuff. Yeah, I guess it's pretty standard stuff. I guess I'm not the first person to ever grow apart from their friends upon going to college and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's in, at least half of every coming-of-age movie. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I thought it was a bigger deal than it was. So thanks for just letting me talk about it. I haven't had a whole lot of talk about it kind of times lately. Yeah. Well, you're pretty easy to talk to. And, if you ever... I can listen too, I guess. I guess this is what I should say. Embarrassed? No, why would I be embarrassed that I made a big deal out of nothing in front of my new friend? No, it is actually fine though. It's not that big of a deal. No, but I appreciate you. So, yeah. Well, as nice as it was to get that off my chest, that's not going to stop me from having to read about calculus. And then, at some point I have to perform calculus, which is actually the hard part. Yeah, so it's all right. It'll be fine. It'll be great. It'll be great. And it's even greater because I've got good company. So why don't we lock in and kick a little more ass, huh? Yeah, I wish. Not quite as cool as actually kicking any ass. We're not, like action stars or, doing anything all that glamorous, I guess. Calculus? Glamorous? Well, I mean, I guess it's a kind of word. It rhymes. See, the more you get me to talk, the more you're going to find out that I cannot be saved no matter how much I study. All right. Okay. Back to work.